Hey everyone, it's author Adrienne Thompson, and today I'm coming to you to answer 6 questions about my new novella, Summertime, that were presented to me by my friend and fellow author, Barbara Jo Williams. She wanted me to answer them via video, so here I am, and I'll be reading the questions from a piece of paper. So if you hear any paper rattling, that's what it is. So let's get started with number 1. With the release of Summertime, how many books have you published since starting your own publishing business? Since starting Pink Cashmere Publishing in 2011, I've published 18 books. Summertime makes 18. And those 18 books include 3 series, 5 standalones with Summertime, and 1 short devotional. I'm also part of a nonfiction anthology that was published under another company, another imprint. So that's a total of 19 projects I'm a part of, but 18 of them are published under my own imprint. Number 2, where did the idea for the storyline come from, and how long did it take you to finish it? The idea came from my love of music. Anyone that knows me knows I love music. Anyone that's read my books knows I love music. So it came from my love of music, my love for a certain era in time. I'm not going to tell you what era that is. You're going to have to read the book to find out. And my love of love and romance. And the book marries all of those things. I think love, music, romance all shine through in that book, and I'm quite proud of it. But that's where the ideas came from. It took me 4 years to complete the book. Obviously, it wasn't 4 years of continuous writing because it's a novella and not a big sweeping novel. So I wasn't continually writing on it. I would write a little and step back, write a little and step back, because I think in the beginning, the idea of the story kind of intimidated me because I'd never written anything like that before. Um, so I kind of put it on the back burner a few times. Finally finished it this year. Very, very proud of it. And once I finished it and read over it, absolutely fell in love with it, fell in love with the characters, fell in love with the storyline. So it took a while, but I feel like it was worth it. Number 3, since part of this novella is set in a different time period, did you have to do a lot of research for the music and setting? Yes and no. Like I said before, I'm a music fanatic, so a lot of the music I was already familiar with. I love most genres of music. Um, and the genre of music for the soundtrack for this book is big band, jazz classics, that type of thing. Summertime, which is the song that the book is named after, is one of my all-time favorite songs. So a lot of it, I already had some knowledge of the music. I did have to do some research for the era to make it as authentic as I could, but I enjoyed it. I love research. I'm a natural researcher. I research when I don't have to. So if I like something, I'm going to research it and try to find out everything I can about it. So I enjoyed it. So yeah, yes and no. I did have to do some research, and then again, I didn't. But I loved every part of creating the book. Even when I was unsure of what I was doing, I still enjoyed creating this book and this story. Number 4, your books are virtually flawless. How many editors, beta readers, and proofreaders do you normally use? I am an editor, so I do employ an editor. I'm not saying that I don't, but I do self-edit, and I self-edit repeatedly, over and over again. It's kind of a ritual for me to read over my book several times and try to find plot holes and errors before I ever send it to an editor. So once it's reached an editor, I've already read over it several times, probably 3 or 4 times. And then I listen to it with Adobe Reader. So I've read it, I've listened to it, then I send it to an editor. Let the editor go through it, and then once I get it back from the editor, I read through it again and I edit the editor. Check behind the editor because I know we're all human. So I know anybody can miss something, especially when it's that many words. It was an entire book and not just like a blog post or just an email. When it was a book, it's very, very easy to miss errors. So I always check behind them. And then I send it to the beta readers. I use between 2 and 3 beta readers. Thinking of using a few more in the future. It's always good to get feedback from different people and their points of view when reading a book. And then once I get it back from the beta reader, I go over the feedback, decide what I'm going to change. There's some things that are just non-negotiable for me. I'm not going to change. Even if the editor says it, I'm not going to change it. And I'm not talking about grammatical things, but things that are intricate to the story that I feel need to be there, then I'm going to leave them there and not change them. So once I've done all that, I read over it probably 3 or 4 more times and listen to it with the Adobe Reader again, trying to catch or hear anything that doesn't sound right. And by the time I've done all that, I'm tired of the story. And once I get tired of the story, I know it's time to format and upload and leave it alone. So that is my ritual for editing. How did you select the release date for Summertime? I originally was going to release Summertime in September. And then I have a book entitled September that I was going to release in the summer. Then I thought, well, that didn't make any sense. I should release the Summertime in summer and September in September. So I changed the dates for those 2 books. And originally was going to, after I changed it to summer, I was going to publish it in July because I always publish a book in July every year. But the books I publish in July are usually part of the Blues Day series, and I don't have a Blues Day series book scheduled for publication this year. So I decided to move it to June simply because I'm so excited about the book, and I just want to share it so bad that I just didn't think I could wait to July. And that's not a good reason, but that's the honest truth. I'm excited about the book. I love it, and I just want to share it with my readers. So I changed it to June 2nd, and I chose a Tuesday because that's the publishing industry's release date. So that's why I chose a Tuesday. Let's see. And the last question, is it available in paperback, and do you have any special promotions or book signings coming up? It will be available in paperback. I'm working on the paperback now. I'm working on the formatting. I have a book cover and everything. Just need to order proof and check through it, and I will do that. And it should be available in paperback in a couple of weeks for all of my die-hard readers who will only read a paperback. I don't want to leave them out, so it will be in paperback. I do have some things planned. I have some blog tours, hopefully some blog talk interviews. What I usually do, try to get the word out there for my book. I do want to try to do more for this book because I'm so proud of it. I don't think I've ever been as in love with one of my books as I am with Summertime. So I want to get it in front of as many people as possible. So there's some giveaways ahead. I'm planning a lot of things for this book. So please pick it up and read it. I think it's worth reading. I think it's worth purchasing. I appreciate your support if you would pick it up and read it. Give me your feedback on social media or email me, or my contact information is in the back of the book. So contact me, tell me what you think. I love hearing from readers. In closing, I want to thank Barbara Jo for having me on her blog, for presenting me with these great questions to answer, and sharing me and my work with her readers. So I appreciate you for watching this video. It went longer than I wanted it to, but I answered everything, so I think I got the task done. Thank you. Thank you again, Barbara Jo. Everybody have a great day.